Are you a pensioner? A middle-aged mum? Or a bit of a boring dad? I've got the car, just for you. Keep watching and you can find out a bit more about this car. I'm joking. It goes to anyone who wants a bit of comfort, bit of practicality. Keep watching. Hello and welcome back to my second video. This is actually the second time I have gone to film this video. The first time I didn't have a microphone and the wind absolutely wrote the video off. So I'm back here recording it for the second time and I've got some actual details about the car. So today we're reviewing the Skoda Karoq. Now, it's a compact SUV that compromises practicality, comfort and a touch of clever engineering. That's all true. That is all very true. I've taken this car on a trip myself from Lincolnshire to Hull and I didn't skip a beat. It was perfect. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. Comfy, pokey enough. It's nothing like the Abarth that we reviewed, but for someone who is looking for a bit of comfort and practicality, this is the perfect car for them. So let's go on with the good points. So one of the Karoq's biggest strengths is its space. Now there's plenty of legroom for passengers, as you'll see when I'm driving this. I'm 6'2". The video of me driving this, you can see how comfortably I fit into this. So plenty of legroom for the passengers and a generous boot with up to 1,810 litres of space, with seats folded down and even clever storage compartments throughout the cabin, which also you will see when I'm driving this car. If you need an everyday SUV that can handle family life, this is the one for you. Comfortable and smooth ride. Again, when you see me driving this, this has such a smooth ride. It's lifted fairly high compared to most cars. It can handle the shitty roads of Lincolnshire that we have to drive on. Fun fact, Lincolnshire does have the worst roads across the country. You need a car like this if you're going to drive on them. So road noise is minimal. It soaks up bumps beautifully and the seats are perfectly supportive. They're so soft, they're so comfy. Oh my God, I love them. It's not the most exciting car to drive, but if comfort's your priority, you definitely want to be looking at something like this or the Seat Ateca. Pretty much the same car, both Volkswagen Audi group. They both do the same job. So this car does come with some quite clever features. One being, if we open the fuel cap up, it actually has an ice scraper inside. You buy the car, you get this with it. That's amazing. It's quirky little things like this that make the car quite special. Apparently on some models as well, you can actually get an umbrella that is tucked inside the driver's door. I've had a look. I can't see an umbrella anywhere. I can feel a hole for where one should be, but I'm guessing when my mum bought this car, someone's had the umbrella out of it. Talking about the inside though, we've got plenty of space. Big bottles fit in the door cup. You've got these straps here which hold things in the door for you. And again, as you can see, little cubby holes under here. Plenty of room for anything you're trying to hide in the car. So it also has an LED torch in the boot. Again, I think whoever had the car last has taken this with them. So overall, this car is beautiful to drive. It doesn't have that much poke in it, but it does have the comfort that you really want when you're buying one of these. It's got the basic steering wheel with your buttons on it. It's got cruise control, which is adaptive as well. It's got the comfiest seats. I wish I could show you how comfy they are. I can't currently. It's not got too much poke, but it's got enough poke. So with the 1.6 diesel turbo, it's got what you would expect. You can kind of rag it a bit, not really too much, because this is my mum's car. I did tell you that it might not be as exciting as the Abarth, but it's something special. It's got everything you'd need, especially for someone like my mum, who doesn't do too many miles, but where she does go, it is a bit rough roads, back roads, slight bit of off-roading. Now, you can get these as a four-wheel drive version, but this one I believe is only the front-wheel drive version. Thank you. And it's, well, quite a bumpy back road, down a fen currently, and I can't feel any of it. Now, another part of this car is all your storage cubby holes, and I hope you can see this, but you've got some down here, you've got whatever this is up the front. That's fucking sick. Who did that? That's cool, I like that. The dashboard doesn't go ridiculously far back, you can see down your bonnet, you can see everything you need to see, and it's, well, you can't complain, you can't complain. So onto your engine. This is a 1.6 diesel turbocharged engine. I mean, it's got enough poke. It's got enough poke for what you need. It's there's not much you can really say about it. Now, if I take you off the tripod and come down here, I don't think it'll take us very long to see Volkswagen logos. Now, going back to the point I made about the boot and how big it is, it's massive. As you could tell, she uses this for work, and what you've probably read on the window, she's a sports massage therapist, so she has all her stuff in here, which fits plenty. Now, I'm 6'2". I can fit in this boot perfectly, and if you pull these little things here, the seats go forwards. Gives you so much room. If you were moving house, it'd be the perfect car to use if you can't get your hands on a van. It's got a 12-volt socket in the back. It's also got a plug in here. So if you ever need to charge anything, or I don't know, whatever you need a 12-volt for, light a cigarette, you got one in the boot. So the Karoq comes with a range of petrol and diesel engines. This one here is a 1.6 turbo diesel. It's got plenty of poke. I'll put on the screen how much horsepower it's got. I didn't write that down in my notes. The 1.5 TSI petrol is the standard one, I think, that most of them come with. It's got plenty of poke. Again, same with the diesel one, good miles to the gallon. You never really have to worry about fuel consumption or anything like that. It does the job cheaply, which is exactly what you want if you're buying a car like this. Because we'll get onto the price when we get to the cons. So we're still listing through the good things of these cars. So the modern tech and safety, you get a solid infotainment system, digital driver display, adaptive cruise control, lane assist, and loads more if you want to pay for it. Safety ratings are 5-star NCAP safety ratings, which is amazing. And again, if you want something that can lug your kids around or just keep you safe, this is the car to buy for it. So let's get on to the not so good points about the car. The negatives about the car. First one I've got listed down here is the price. This one, fairly standard model. I don't want to say cheap because it's above 10 grand, but for what it is and how new it is, fairly cheap. Now, these prices range very, very high if you want to get all the added extras, which if you do, go for it. You'll have a perfect car at the end of the day. However, it can get a little bit pricey with what you choose. So we've got here, if you want the virtual cockpit, upgraded infotainment and panoramic sunroof, which these doesn't have, you're going to be digging a bit more in your pocket for those. The other point I have is it's not the most exciting thing to drive. So you'll see in the clip of me driving it, it's very comfy. It does everything you want it to do. It is responsive enough, but it's composed and easy to drive. If you're looking for something that's sporty and engaging, this isn't it. The steering feels a bit light, and there is a fair bit of body roll in the corners. Expected, again, like I said before, it sits quite high up off the floor. You're going to get a bit of body roll. You don't want to be taking this thing around the track. I would, but that's just me. This one is actually the 6-speed manual. The DSG gearbox is smooth when cruising, but can be a bit hesitant at low speeds. This is according to other reviews on the car. In stop-start traffic, it can cause minor problems, but it's nothing worth noting. Infotainment system lag. So again, you'll see on my review on the inside of this car, it has got a very fancy screen in it. However, it is known to be quite laggy. It can be slow to respond. It it's not a deal breaker for the car, but it can be more responsive, which I guess over the years, when they create new ones, it's going to be better. And again, I suppose if you fork out the money for all your special entertainment stuff inside the car, you'll be getting a much better product. So this is the interior of the car. As we could see, it's pretty standard. Nothing too exciting here. It's got all your buttons on the steering wheel. Dials, which I like. I really like. It tells you everything you need to know on this screen. And this is the infotainment system. Turn the George Ezra down. It's got your radio, your media, your phone, voice, navigation, apps, car, tells you everything you need to know about the car, how it's running, menu. So like I said, it's not the most responsive thing in the world. I don't like how these aren't buttons. Feels like it's all one screen, making fancy noises. It's there to be fancy, but they've not quite got it spot on, I don't think. Not quite yet. We'll give them a chance, and it's good for what it is. Down here we have aircon. You can have your passenger freezing cold, and you can be boiling hot. It's up to you. And again, with more cubbies, an armrest, more cubbies, and a massive glove box. So you can see down here, you've got your SD card for your sat nav, which I will show you on here. Nav. So it's not the most techie, up-to-date Google Maps kind of thing, but it will get you where you need to be. And the final thing, more cubbies in here. Again, perfect, comfortable, practical, everything you need it to be. Another, I don't know if you could call it it depends what you're looking for in the car, but conservative styling. The Karoq is smart looking, but it's not exactly a head turner, which is correct. It's your bog standard car that you tend to see on the roads. It's nothing special, it's not loud, it's not flashy, it's just your car to get you from A to B, to do exactly what you want and what you need it to do. That's what it's there for. My final verdict on the car. If you're a bit of a boy racer like me and like something that's a bit loud, nippy, you could take it on a track day, this isn't what you're looking for. It was never advertised to be that though. This car was made for people with families, for people who want to take long journeys or have to take long journeys, who want comfort, practicality, just the ability to have a comfortable drive, not have to worry about fuel efficiency, not have to worry about all the stuff that I do with my bath. This car is the perfect car for someone who has a family, who you need to lug kids around. Maybe if you've got a small business, you could probably do with having one of these, like my mother. It provides a hassle-free, smooth, perfect driving experience for someone who just wants something easy in their life. Something like the Skoda Karoq. If you're looking for something sporty or high-tech without paying extra, this isn't the car for you. So if you're looking for a sensible, practical SUV, this is the car for you. There's nothing more I could say about it. It's got its quirky lines down the side. It's lifted. It's just a standard car. Now, I did tell you in my previous video, the next few reviews might not be as interesting, but I have got a few exciting things in the books, so don't let this turn you away. I'm trying to broaden my my viewers here, because I know not everybody will be into sporty, flashy cars, and some people will want something that is practical, comfortable, and reliable. And this is your car. So thank you for watching this video. I know it's a shorter one, but the next few videos that I have planned should be a lot more exciting and interesting. This is just a bit of a space filler, but again, also teaching you about the standard cars you see on the British roads. Thank you again, and goodbye.